This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
So the next question I have, what are some challenges? Like I think you said you did not have any, what is this called, the zero downtime. But I will say the challenge in multiple ways. One is the challenge, of course, you have the team developers, they are very engaged and involved with the Jenkins. And now you are trying to give them the solutions, but it's still, they don't know all the solutions. They're kind of what is called attached with the existing process and the procedure. So how do you actually add value for them, to manage them to use the GitLab CI and the migrating the step-by-step? I don't think you can, I don't know if you have done all the migration overnight or there was a process or the phase involved to do the migration in order to migrate each of the pipeline that include each of the development team also need to migrate to the GitLab CI. So if you have any challenge, how did you overcome, and how long your migration process was, and this kind of things, and how the team reaction basically overall?
Yeah, so basically we didn't definitely migrate overnight, right? So it's technically not possible because we need to migrate a whole lot of jobs into GitLab CI. So what happened is we didn't just say, okay, this is the Jenkins, we now just need to move to GitLab CI, and now on where we will be using the GitLab CI. So it was a smooth transition because from the infra perspective, we had just one single goal that we need to move all the jobs from Jenkins to GitLab CI, okay? And we don't want downtime. So how we can do that? So what we are approved in the team meeting that, okay, what we can do is keep all the Jenkins job running. And since most of these jobs are basically for the dev environment and from the staging environment, we basically don't actually need to have downtimes because these are dev and staging environments anyway. These does not have any real data. So what we can do is basically let all the developers work with the Jenkins, and under the whole, we basically create new namespaces, new Docker images, new environment in the Kubernetes while they are working with the Jenkins. So Jenkins is up and running, everything is good. We were just cloning all the environments under the hood. We just created everything on the Kubernetes cluster with the Jenkins and Terraform and everything. And then finally, when it was time to move, we just basically went to our existing environment. We took the database backups, and then we just moved the database backups onto our Kubernetes clusters environment, okay? And then on a fine Monday, we basically had a take all hands. And then in that meeting, we basically said that, hey, this is our new environment. It will give you a lot of insights because before to see any of the pipeline logs, all the developers needed to have the access to Jenkins. Okay, and so we basically needed to maintain a bunch of user accounts as well. But with the GitLab CI, we showed that you don't even need to go to Jenkins. You don't even need to remember what Jenkins is. You don't need to go to Jenkins environment anymore. You can just go to your Git repo. And then whenever you just push, you will see a new pipeline is running right away in your Git. You don't need to go anywhere else. And then you can just click on it. And then you can see your, whatever you did is running in real time. They don't have edit access. They don't have admin access, but they have the view access, the read permission. So they were just immediately able to see the differences that, okay, they don't need to go to our Slack to see if the pipeline is failed or passed. They can just do git push and then go to the GitLab, their repo, and then they can see, okay, this is the pipeline it's running, and then it's failed in this specific stage. They can just push a new update to fix it. They don't even need to report us that, hey, this thing is failing. Can you show me why? Because before we had Jenkins, we just needed to have so many cross communications that, hey, this pipeline is failing. I don't know if it's failing for my code or it's failing for the Jenkins itself because some dependency is not updated. Okay. But now, since we are using the Docker and everything is like in their in front of their eyes, they were able to see that, okay, for this specific line, we had this issue. GitLab CI will like show them with the line numbers as well that, okay, this is where you are failing, and then they can just push another update and it's basically fixed in right away. So we basically had the updates under the hood. We didn't just like shut down the system and moved to the like new environment. We basically migrated under the hood, and then on a day we basically showed them, okay, this is how it works, this is exactly what you need to do. And this was pretty easy because everything is inside GitLab and they didn't have any edit permission or write permission. So we kind of managed all those hassles and they were just like going through the pipelines as it should be.
Great. Okay, thank you.